So he's got to be a little frustrated.
Right?
Yeah, he's going to check that afterwards, realize that he didn't get the kill, and maybe be a little sad about that one. But that was close. Shame, lucky to get away with just a slight buzz cut as opposed to his head taken off there. AWP is going to stay alive. Lucky to get away with just let's see what they can do. Should be able to bully into this one, but especially with that early damage, they had a couple HEs. This is a viable round. The HEs are burned. Those haven't really netted much profit. Be able to bully into this one. This is still possible. Nice spam. Takes some more damage than Yakadar, but it gets answered back. Sticks around on the angle for too long. Can't do that. Traces get tracked, and now things are starting to look a little bleak. We've got two players quite low. One player dead, and the numbers are fast running out. They're going to opt to go for a stack. I don't mind that call since you have so little to work with. Unfortunately for them, Virtus Pro are going to pick the right site. They're going to walk into an empty B site. There will be no one here as they slowly clean it out. And at this point, Vizsla are presumably just going to save these 4 sets of armor. Worth taking through. The AK certainly worth having. The Scout, perfectly viable. You're not going to win a retake here. Working with the weapons that you have, the health that you have, just try and keep what you got alive. Maybe take some damage as they exit.
Yeah, an exit or two would be nice, but I don't even think VP need to do that. They already have control of Banana, so it's unlikely that Vizsla are really going to be given any chances to take those kills. At the least, though, they're getting the AK saved over again. Kevlar and 4 other players. This is going to ensure that they are lacking absolutely nothing coming into this next gun round, and that is exactly what you need, because Vizsla need to get going once again. It has now been 4 rounds in a row for VP, and it seems like they are building up a little bit of confidence. These rounds obviously not up against as much, but they are finally surviving with players, so that's how you can tell that it's going better for them, Mike. It's all you really need to look towards. Nice exit. Nice kill there, rather, for Yak. And not an exit, obviously, in the other way, but they had moved around. They realized they weren't going to be getting any chances around the CT spot and tried to set up at the bottom of Banana, but it didn't go too well. Either way, the buy, as I said, is here. There's nothing lacking, and Vizsla, you need to show us what you're capable of right now.
I always love the little details in rounds like that. And the detail in this one was that Jaime actually gave his op over to Sanji to save because he was so low on health, and so it was safer in Sanji's hands. Now he's got it back, and they even keep the MAC-10. Figured they'd invest into the AK, but no, they'll keep the SMG up. Going for the faster play. Here's the boost up over the half wall. They've got top Banana. It's been lost. There's still 3 players here towards the site, and these nade damage is going to be brutal. Look at how chunky that's been. Yakadar and Buster both looking worse for the wear. Yes, they took the ground, but at what cost? Still no players dropped just yet, but they've been softened up majorly, and that's a huge kill. Hades, you can't lose that duel up against MAC-10. The MAC-10 comes away with it, and that's a tough pill to swallow for Vizsla. Fortunately for them, Goofy brings back Yakadar on the other side. He was the low HP player. Now he's been claimed.
Oh, they should be able to get even that third player across from Library. Oh, nice flash. That should delay a small bit. No, it actually didn't even blind them, but it doesn't matter. They're walking into a triangle of doom, and it's only Jaime who can pull back a kill. Only man to find the frag here, at least in the actual A push, and another flash over allows for Punchek to just take that peek, and it's a checkmate there as Jaime goes down. 3-4 Vizsla. They're welcomed back to the scoreboard in, well, a bang with that one, honestly. It was a great hold. Apologies for cutting you off. I think we are a little... Normally we're used to Discord where we're instant with each other, but I think there's like maybe half a second between us, so I thought I had a gap there.
Maybe just a wee bit. No, you're good, though. I was just going to remark the utility usage has been phenomenal in that round, and that's really the power of a CT side on an Inferno, is once you get the util going, you can deal so much damage before you've even seen a player, and that's the round we saw. They tried to go for a fast play, they got punished by HEs. Now we see Virtus Pro giving them the respect. Alright, they've got nades. Let them throw the nades. Nobody get in there. So this round, you don't have 2 players down below half before they've even seen somebody. It could be a difference maker. But even then, I mean, VP got the opening pick with a MAC-10 against an AWP. It was not an easy round by any measure for Vizsla. They did a good job holding down. But they had the rotations time, they had the utility time. They wind up with 3 players in the site itself by the time VP swing. And at that point, it's just complete control. Now we've got more top Banana control and a bit of a default. You got one lurker in towards the apartments. It does seem like they're going to fall back into the B hit. They haven't been tested. They haven't been pushed back. Molly should go down. Goofy takes the first. That's important. Is that meant to be a bouncing flash? I think it was.
Yeah, it got
Doesn't
caught
work out.
in oranges somehow. That was pretty awkward.
Don't see that
A
very
little
often.
bit unfortunate. No, I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm guessing that was some sort of a glitch right there, but they have still delayed VP just so much. Look at this. They're all just stagnating around Banana at the moment. And when they eventually go forward, unfortunately, that flash is not good to take Hades off at a tight angle. Snatches up another kill, and, well, now it's a 5-on-3 with only 30 seconds left, and with the CTs having a very good idea about what's going on. As well, a third player is already here. AK barrel being spotted, and yeah, that's death for Buster. Nothing to be done. It looks like they might even be considering the save already. Yeah, I do believe they're just going to back away from this one and see if they can carry those weapons into the following round. Even then, though, what are they going to do? They could buy up around it because Yakandar is 2,500, but they'll have to leave a couple players on pistols.
Do you know what time it
looks
is?
like they want to hunt this. Oh, it's James time. He gets one
It's
kill.
game time.
Sanji, yeah, he pops out. Surprise! I was here the entire time, and yeah, now you just don't want to throw any more weapons away. Honestly, I don't even think they wanted to lose those two. I don't know
No.
how worth it what that was.
The hunt was a bit risky, especially considering the fact that VP don't have much to put around it. You'd rather come in with a complete round. But that was a really nice shutdown. It was a very nice shutdown. VP looked awkward coming into the site, which is surprising, considering the fact that, I don't know, I'd say 6 out of these 8 rounds, they've done B hits. That B hit, very disjointed. What they tried to do is throw the site smoke to isolate the player on the cross to mix things up, but they just didn't have the coordination. The flash didn't connect with the offer. They weren't swinging together to potentially trade that. So instead, he just picks one off, and they can't really do anything about it. It looked a little bit disjointed, just a wee bit out of whack, and just enough that they could exploit it. Now we're starting to see Hades come alive. He wins that duel with James, drops the op. Yes, the op will be retrievable. He'll be passed on over to Buster, but it's a big chess piece off the board early. And as Hades starts to get confidence to take these duels, we're seeing him come alive. Sparrow holding in towards mid. Sanji just on the other side by the boiler. Sparrow's going to have a tough task as that smoke fades. Let's get back out. Sanji's kind of looking. Oh, he gets around the corner. That's huge. Just to stay alive there. Doesn't come back into the fight. Hades gets one, but he wants more, and Buster will be there to punish him for his greed. Still, he's done his work. He's given the man a man advantage as they come around. Next player up is Ponchek in the pit. They're trying to clear to his angle. They're working their way through. Kaker seems to think he's in Graveyard, though. Or at least be holding for that. I'm not sure what the exact angle is he's holding right now. But they slow down for a moment. They've got 40 seconds on the clock here, Dean. They've got time to work with. And you can tell Ponchek's getting very nervous indeed. He's isolated. Player playing Arch can come to support, but it's not going to be instantaneous, and so he's going to have to hold on to the pit. Is there smoke available in that pit? There is indeed. That's important. No mollies to clear him out either, so he's got a strong position as they come through. Here comes the hit. Player blinded out on site. Back with the trade. Can be there. No, doesn't have it. Yekadar gets the turn, and that might be the turning point in the round. Bomb goes down, and they get another as well. So this is just going to have to be a save for Jedkar. Beautifully done. Huge round from Yekadar. 3K to open up that site in a dangerous scenario.
Yeah, he's the man you were kind of highlighting before coming into this game as well, and that is so difficult to do, to walk out balcony and just get both of those kills. To me, that's one of the most intimidating angles to be entry fragging on, and he makes it look easy and even gives us a little bit more to the smoke afterwards. So yeah, VP, they get their 5th round. In the online era, Inferno's looking maybe a little bit T-sided, so I think if it's keeping up at this pace, if Vizsla are able to keep on trading back and forth, and Fork rather, and even come out with 7 rounds, then it wouldn't be a bad position to be in. But as you mentioned, when the T's can get going, when they can break that CT economy, things can begin to pretty quickly spiral out of control. So we do need to see, again, Vizsla come back in this following gun round. But, I mean, right now, I think they're looking at 1 eco, maybe. They could go for it, but I wouldn't love it. Honestly, the nades would be terrible, and I think they are going to go for it. It's risky. If it works, to be fair, then amazing, because then suddenly VP are the ones who are working with a very bad economy at that point. But it's a rough one. I mean, Sparrow actually has gone for an AK with an M4 rather without Kevlar. That is not something you see often. I can't recall the last time I've seen someone purposely buy an M4 without armor in a pro game. It's been a while. The SMG and a couple of nades as well on a map like this, man, it makes so much more sense.
It really does. I mean, I guess the logic is if you're going up against AKs, maybe they're just going for the headshots. Not going to get into any spray duels, but you're right. You could get melted just so quickly for Sparrow. Where is he playing with it as well? onto the balcony. So that's interesting, because that's kind of a situation where you're either going to get the shot or you're going to fall. No, he's the player in pit. I figured he'd be on balcony with that situation, but nope. He is the player deep down in the pit. Don't love it. We'll see if it comes back to bite him. They floated a fourth player over towards A, and again, it's looking like a straightforward B hit from Virtus Pro. They've got no lurkers in the apartments, but Vizsla have no ground there, so they can't confirm it. With no map control here for the Vizsla side, they've decided to gamble on the A hit, and that's a hit that's not going to come. So pressure on Goofy. He must stand strong against the entire wrath of this Virtus Pro side, and they're coming. Oh, they're coming. Molly down might give him some time. Jedker's rotating back over, and now he's got some help. That was a critical piece of utility. That gives them a chance here to do something. But still, it's going to be tough. There's the spot. Player slips away. Goofy, fortunate to not be punished there. And they're hopping over the cross. They're going to try and get this plant, but up and over the coffins. Goofy will take one. He is traded, but it was a good kill to have. Now a 4-on-4 as the bomb goes down. It's going to be a full retake scenario for Vizsla, but they look like they want to get it started early. Hades traded for 1-for-1, and Banana Control is going to decide a lot of this round. Up comes Pharaoh. Buster ready for him. Buster gets it, and that might just all but secure it. Jedker and Ponchek. They look like they might want to bail out of it. Ponchek seeming hesitant, and as time ticks away, they do have a kit, but you got to get moving now if you're going to do it. And it seems like that's not going to be the case. They're withdrawing. But can they get away?
Yeah, I was going to say that a second ago even. At this point, I don't know if they're going to be allowed to. As you can see, VP are watching the spawn, so I don't think so. They might even go down to the bomb if they don't get out of her quickly. And, well, yeah, Jedker, he's going to get one kill. No, he survives. Okay, he's able to jump up on top of the sandbags and just about hang on. If he hadn't have got that first kill, had have even taken some damage, then no, he would not have. So that is pretty fortunate. But, yeah, 6-4 for VP. That's the thing that matters right now. They continue to win out the rounds. The force buy from Vizsla does not pay off. And this time it was VP who had some amazing flashes on their way in towards that B bomb site, especially to catch the player who was, I believe, just about to try and cross from construction over to the back of the bomb site or something, because he ended up being out in the open, had to just take a few steps back, and by the time he wasn't blinded anymore, he was completely smoked off, as was the CT player. And then obviously some effective trades to get themselves into the after plant. But yeah, Vizsla, 1 M4 saved, a few pistols around it, and, well, not too much hope. It should be VP heading up 7-4 after this round. Oh, hang on, though. Trying to get up close. There is a Zeus. That's on Sparrow as well. He's actually taken a lot of nade damage towards the sandbags, though, so I don't love it. Normally, you'll see that up against the wall, but it was probably a good thing he wasn't there because they pre-flashed that and checked up close.
I do like the fact that they're going for the stack
up
run towards Banana, just because this has been tested so many times. So if you're gonna take a guess, if you're gonna take a gamble, might as well check Banana. It doesn't mean that Ponchek is, well, screwed, because 4 players are taking control up towards top brackets. Although, no, they're not actually committing to this. They're going to come back for late B Banana aggression. And Vizsla have misread this. They're rotating off. I don't know what they heard or what they saw, but they assumed that the hit's coming towards A, and they have chosen poorly. Everyone's going to be gone. And just as Vizsla leave, Virtus Pro open the door and stroll right in. No problem here. They'll be diligent. You want to clear out any potential pistol angle. The Sparrow is so frustrated right now, because if he just stayed there, he might have gotten a Zeus kill. The best kill in Counter-Strike. But it's not to be. It's not to be right now. He's going to have to deal with it. He's going to set up with that Zeus just to see if they'll come chasing, see if he can catch someone. But it's exits that they're hoping for now. With this smoke faded as well, what are they even going to do? Jedker would like to survive.
See the JM shooting gallery. Look at this.
Seems like it's going to happen. Are they coming? They got to test him. They're playing for exits. Give my man a shot. There's the check. There's the kill. Another player tagged, but Jedker actually does get a kill. They're going to come through on this. All right, damage being done. Not enough. And the round is lost, but they want to keep these bodies in towards the site so they can do what damage they may. Not going to happen. 4 players will survive for VP. The economy is thriving at this point, and there's a 3-round lead to build upon.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's already a decent T side. Not where they'd want to end it, but yeah, they're in a position to obviously, as you said, build upon it further with still quite a few rounds remaining. But the buy is back out. We've got the op available for Vizsla on towards Hades. I'm not sure where he's heading with that. Over towards A. They're going for a 4-man B stack. Am I saying this right? They're going to trust Hades with the op to solo A. Okay, let's see what they're going to do. Some banana control. Yeah, that looks like to play. Good nades. Kicker. Yeah, he gets finished off by Ponchek up close, and Well, he actually didn't have any assistance pushed through the bottom of that banana smoke. He was left alone. Everyone else is grouped up around mid and second mid, with only that one player kind of keeping the attention around the bottom of ramp. He does have the bomb, though, so they're not going to be ready for the commitment all that quick without him.
I like the play. I like the response from Virtus Pro. You go with 4 players so you can throw a ton of utility while also pushing through so that they're not expecting both simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
But then VP used that to take control up by the arch. Now they got to get this kill. Goofy's been spotted. He's been tagged up quite a bit. Gotta kill him. Yekadar actually takes the other, leaves Goofy alive for the trade. Sanji, though, will bring one back in towards the site. And now this is tough. They don't have any control in sight. This Molly's going to go into pit to confirm it. And they're going to be posted up with the AWP. The bomb will have to rotate all the way through to apartments to avoid being caught in mid. And that's a good, safe thing to do. They have the time to play with. There's no reason not to. Back in a 3-on-3 with this bomb now approaching to go down. This should be VP's round. Should, though, being the operative word. This is still very much up in the air. Bomb transitioning. Now lane control taken. Jame, though, is policing this with the AWP, and so they're going to opt to go into the apartments instead. A good call, to be fair. He definitely would have taken one, if not both, on their approach towards site. But the bomb's now down. The timer is ticking away. And Vizsla have to decide if they're committing into this. Sparrow taking the control towards apps. Spam coming through from library to attempt to distract him for Sparrow to get out. But Sanji, well, he was ready for it. At this point, doesn't seem like it's doing. They don't seem to be of one mind. Goofy's pushing up.
Yeah.
Jedkar's pulling back. One way or another. Gotta decide, and he will slip away, so the save should be on now. Jedkar wants to stick around for one more kill. That was even maybe a little bold, trying to keep them in to die. But they are going to be able to get away with 2 guns. Probably.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a bit risky because okay, hang on, another player for VP goes down anyway, but they've still got a bit of money, so I don't think it's going to affect them too much. Was kind of what I was about to hint at, even with a kill or 2, considering in this round especially you can't see the full buy for Vizsla. So even if they got an extra couple of kills there, which they kind of did, there's this round that VP can easily make up for it in. 8-4. We're looking at VP now sitting with double the scoreline of Vizsla after, well, initially it was actually a pretty back and forth affair. We're seeing attack pause from VP. Okay, I was hearing the little ticks in the chat. I was wondering what was going on there, if we were going to be getting a pause in. But I was thinking it was going to be from Vizsla.
Kind of wondering whether this might flow into something else. Just looking at the box.
Potentially, there was a lot of typing. There's not usually that much for attack pause. So I don't know. I was a little bit worried.
Timeout covered by Virtus Pro. I think we'll be all right. We'll see. The tactical runs out. Timer kicks back on. We should be all good here. They just wanted to sort something out with the economy, I think, to probably make sure they were getting through. Because these rounds have been expensive. It's actually funny. If you just looked at the kill counts of these players, I don't think you'd know who was in the lead. Because over on Vizsla, we've got a very even scoreboard. For VP, you have the outstanding Jame and Buster on 12 and 10 kills respectively, but the rest of the team hasn't done that much because we've seen a lot of Vizsla saving and a lot of Virtus Pro dying with the bomb.
Yeah, they've been successful normally and at least getting into the bomb sites. Damn, okay. We had a crazy banana push, I guess, coming in the round before. This time they decided that they want to go down mid, and while Buster popping up out of the underpass absolutely decimates those initial two players. And it seems like that's forced Vizsla to remain a little bit aggressive, at least in the case of Yedgar here, as we can see over on Banana. They do need to see what they can recover, and, well, so far it's not working out. Punchek, in the meantime, taken down around A, and suddenly it looks like VP have pretty much put a nail in this round before, well, the feet of Vizsla were firmly on the ground. It's all on Hades. I don't know. This round, as I said, was just done before it really started.
Yeah. I hate this.
I can admire the attempt, though.
It's gimmicky, right? They tried to go for a gimmick. And that to me, it's either they come off the tag and they're like, all right, we've got this time to talk about. You want to do something weird and try and catch them off guard coming out of the pause? Or it's, hey, this scoreline's starting to get pretty intimidating. We're starting to feel the heat, the flames at our feet.